Back to Granbury TV, everybody. It's time for a weekly shares report. How are both of y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I would be good if I could talk today.
That's one of those Fridays.
Yes, it is. I'm ready for it to be over, and I'm ready to go home and just relax. So, but we are here, and it's nice outside. It's not hot. It's not cold, and it's kind of a little bit muggy. But I mean, looks like we're gonna get some rain.
Yeah, it's going to rain a little bit this morning and then maybe later tonight, is what I understood. But then it could be worse.
Yeah.
On the national news this morning, they said that Denver had like 14 inches of snow, and they were expecting up to another foot more, and that's going to move across into Kansas and Nebraska and Iowa and all across the Midwestern states. So sounds like a good old blizzard.
Yeah, at least they can keep that. We don't want it. So
I used to enjoy shoveling snow when I lived up there, but then I thought, why did I think that?
So now you're here in Texas, where you don't have to do it most of the time.
I use a shovel in a barn.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one would be more fun.
So then what do you got for us this week?
Well, we've had a few interesting things that have happened. And a few sad things that have happened, but we had a woman that attempted to bring drugs into the jail the other day. I believe it was last Friday, last Friday night, I believe. And around 9 o'clock, Tanya Lynn Brookshire, 27 years old, brought a Bible into the Hood County Jail for an inmate to have. And we allow that, but the problem is we don't allow the meth to be stuffed in there. So the Bible had 4.5 grams of a white powdery substance believed to be methamphetamine. That's what it tested to. So the jailers were on top of it then, and they checked things out before they let her leave, and then she was arrested and charged with prohibited substance in a correctional facility, and it's a felony 3, and bond was set at $10,000. Brookshire, she's out of jail at this time on bond. But then also another twist to this story is I think the inmate's going to be charged too. So he's in jail and in a whole lot of trouble anyway, and now he's going to have some more stuff to worry about. So.
Not worth it. No.
No, it's not. We always seem to figure out what's going on. We try to keep the security as tight as we can up there, and people always got to try us though. And this one didn't work out for them. Yeah,
I mean, it's like the common sense just kind of goes whoo over your head kind of thing, and I don't know. So you got anything else for us?
Yeah, then we had a man arrested for indecency with a child on the 1st. That David Eugene Etheridge, 35 years old, was arrested and charged with indecency with a child, and that's a felony 2. And the bond was set this morning at $50,000. So he had a bondsman working on it, and so he'll probably be out of my jail with stipulations, probably within the next hour or so. But this charge stemmed from an incident that occurred in Hood County with a child under 14 years of age who knew the suspect. This has been a fairly long, ongoing investigation. You know, you can really ruin a person's life with an investigation of a crime of this sort. So I want to make sure that my investigators do a very thorough job, and I know that the Texas Rangers were involved, the district attorney's office and his investigator was involved in this, and they came to the conclusion with some really good evidence, and so he was arrested.
Awesome. That's good though, getting him off the streets, and so awesome. That's good. And kind of back to the weather thing, at least the lake's back up. I mean, it's what, maybe a couple inches off, I think?
Well, last week they had water flowing out of the dam because of the amount of water that was coming down the river. So it's like it normally is and normally should be.
Yeah.
But with the amount of rain that we have had and a little bit of moisture again today, then the ground is actually kind of saturated. So tonight, if we do get some good rains out of this, I don't know if they're predicting that or not, but when we get into this time of year, these type of conditions, and especially as we move forward into the springtime, then those thunderstorms that can develop, they can definitely dump a lot of rain in a big old hurry. So I know everybody was busy last week with people trying to drive around those barricades and drive through those low water crossings. So
yeah,
I know the night before when it started raining, we didn't really have too many issues because I don't think anybody was in a big hurry. But then that next morning around 5 o'clock in the morning, the rain picked up more, so the low water crossings were really flowing, and people just get it in their head that they have to hurry up and get to work, and it'll take me 5 minutes to go around, and so I think I can make it. And they never do. They never do. So there was 2 or 3 different rescues last week, and so people just need to, those barricades are there for a reason. We get road operations out as soon as we start having issues like that, and they put up those barricades, and then at a lot of the low water crossings, they got that pipe off to the side that has the measurements on there.
Right.
That's there for a reason, to let you know just how deep that water is.
Yeah.
And most of these cars can't go through very deep water at all. And unless you got a tractor or something, you're not going to make it through, especially when it gets a couple foot deep. And then when that water gets to flowing like it does normally, it's like a raging river.
Yeah.
And it'll wash you and your car or truck right off the side of the road, and then you really got a problem. So, and don't try to walk through it either, because that doesn't take very much water at all to really take you off your feet and send you sailing down this river that wasn't there just a few hours ago.
Yeah.
So people need to use caution, be aware, try to, when you know it rained the night before, just allow a little extra time to get to work. Yesterday we had the fog real bad. Those type of conditions will happen more this time of year too. So if you hear that on the news or look outside, you can't hardly see across across your yard. You know, you better allow a little extra time to get there. So even if you think you're in a hurry, you better plan on taking a little extra time.
Yeah.
So we don't want you to become a statistic.
Definitely not. Well, I guess it's time for our Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week.
All right. Crime Stoppers needs information on a burglary. This burglary occurred at a residence on Huddleston Road sometime between January the 26th and January the 28th. The victim reported stolen tools that had belonged to her deceased husband with a total value of $1,500. Items were a nail gun, an old micrometer, 2 small toolboxes that contained sentimental tools, pipe threaders, electric hand tools, an old brace, and bits. Anyone with information on this burglary can call Crime Stoppers at 817-573-TIPS or go online to hoodcountycrimestoppers.com. You will remain anonymous, and if your tip leads to an arrest, you could receive up to $1,000 cash reward.
I still don't understand.
Crooks.
I don't either. Are we talking about this or something else?
Well, I'm talking about the
Crooks aren't sending home.
why people bring in, or why they steal things. I mean, I just, I don't care.
This woman was widowed, and these things belong to her husband, and the sentimental value, you can't replace these.
Right, and it's just like, and I guess it just goes back to the whole drug thing, like you guys always say, because we always talk about this every week, that, you know, these people, they take the stuff and they sell it to get money for drugs, and it's like, you know, it means something to some other people, and it's just, it goes to show what kind of people are out there. So, but we know most of them are in your jail, or a good chunk of them.
Unemployed drug addicts is hurting us.
Yeah. Well, today is another Crime Stoppers board meetings. So, you know, those people are. It's a great board that they have, and they're wanting people to call in on some of these tips. And so, please, if you know anything about this crime or any other crimes, call in to Crime Stoppers, because it definitely pays. So, crime doesn't, but
right. The Crime Stoppers does.
But Crime Stoppers does. So.
Well, y'all have anything else for us?
Nope. Just have a good day, and I guess we'll see you next week.
Definitely. Well, we hope y'all have a good week, and we'll see y'all next week too. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.